Our starting point is where it's been for most of the past several months. The COVID-19 situation here in South Korea, and the situation is getting worse by the day, it seems. The daily caseload continues to rise. Health authorities slamming the brakes on previous plans for a gradual return to normal. That's no longer going to be the case because we're going to have new, stricter distancing and antivirus measures. They will start taking effect from Saturday.
For more on this and other COVID-19 related news, joining us live in studio is our Choi Won-jong. Welcome.
Morning.
Good morning. So tell us what we are expecting in terms of new COVID infections for this Friday.
Yes, so the Friday's expected caseload will be slightly down compared to the previous day, hovering around 7,000 mark right now. Then up to 9 p.m. yesterday, a total of 5,901 new infections reported. This is 663 less than the same period from the previous day. More than 71% of those reported in the Greater Seoul area. However, the concerning part is that the number of daily infections in Seoul continues to hit record highs. Up to 9 p.m. on Thursday, 2,504 were from Seoul alone, which is the highest figure reported so far for the same period of the time. Now, we have to see if numbers will get higher in the next couple hours or so, though.
And well, Won-jong, authorities are going to place stricter restrictions now to keep the numbers down. So it looks like we have more to get used to. Can you tell us more about this announcement that was made yesterday?
Of course, yes. After 45 days, a month and a half or so of exit strategy, the government announced a new social restrictions. Now let's take a rundown of the new measures here. Now, under the new rules, which kick in on Saturday, a maximum of 4 people can meet nationwide, no matter where they meet, and all of them have to be fully vaccinated. Now, the unvaccinated are not allowed to meet in groups, so eating alone or food delivery is their only options. Now, there's also lower cap on events like weddings and funerals where up to 49 people are allowed regardless of their vaccination status. However, 299 people can attend if they're all fully vaccinated. Now, for the businesses such as restaurants, cafes, singing rooms, saunas, and gyms, they can stay open until 9 p.m. while movie theaters, concert halls, and PC rooms can operate until 10 p.m. Now, no limits have been imposed on private academies. Also, vaccine passes will be required for visitors at all conferences and exhibitions.
Right, so despite the high vaccination rate here in South Korea, there's no denying that the general trend shows that infections are on the rise. There's no denying that fact at this point. Are there any other measures in the works or about to come in that you haven't told us about yet?
Well, yes, there are other measures as well. I mean, South Korea top health official Chung Eun-kyung held a briefing Thursday afternoon, stressing that the getting vaccinated as soon as possible. Now, it's because more than 30% of the daily infections are reported from people aged above 60. The authorities said that most of the severely ill cases and deaths are also coming from the same age bracket. Now, people aged over 60 make up around 80% of severely ill cases, now 95% of deaths. Now, that's why authorities have also urged the public to get additional shots to boost waning immunity. Now, the booster shots are more than 70% effective fighting against the Omicron variant.
According to recent data released by the UK government, Pfizer's additional shots after getting 2 doses from AstraZeneca and Pfizer showed 90% efficacy against the Delta variant and 70 to 75% efficacy against Omicron.
Now, regarding the potential side effect from booster shots, the expert gave reassurance about the safety of the booster shot. Now, take a listen to what the expert had to say.
Comparing side effects when getting first, second and third shots, the occurrence was similar or even slightly lower. You don't need to think that there is a higher risk of side effects after getting the third shot.
Now, the authorities added that getting booster shots are a necessary part of the vaccination. We'll focus on administering jabs to elderly in December.
Well, Won-jong, before you go, a lot of us are curious about the Omicron variant and how it's spreading across the world. Could you give us some updates on that?
Of course. Let's start with the French government here. Response to the spread of Omicron. The authorities in France on the Thursday imposed travel restrictions on the UK, banning the non-essential travel from the Britain starting this weekend. Only French citizens and travelers from EU countries are allowed to enter the country. Now, this came as a UK government saw record high daily infections of more than 80,000. And more than 51% of the total caseload in London is reported to be Omicron variant. The UK health authorities predict that one COVID patient with Omicron variant can spread the virus 3 to 5 people, which is more transmissible than the Delta. Now, meanwhile, over in the US, the daily average number of infections for the week surpassed more than 120,000. Which is a 40% jump from the 2 weeks ago. Now, top health official Anthony Fauci said, like in other countries, Omicron will be the dominant strain soon, urging the people to get booster shot as soon as possible.
Well, Won-jong, a wonderful job as always. Thank you for your report.
Of course.
Yes, thank you for that. Now,